the audio input level should be at 8.
30 seconds to air.
Shalom. Fair enough. Coming at you, one contestant, roaring to go.
Okay, folks, we're getting close. 10 seconds.
Have Bunyan.
Test vibration.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
3.
Vader is still Luke's father.
This is Cookie, the host with the blowst. Host with the blowst. That has to be a typo. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Professor Impressor's pre-completed crossword puzzles. Hey, when you buy a Rubik's Cube, it's already solved for you.
All right, here we go. Let's begin with, this salsa is spicy as hell. If Dante made a spicy hot taco dip inspired by the circles of hell in Dante's Inferno, what would Dante's hot taco dip be called? 3-layer hot taco dip, 6-layer. There are 9 circles of hell in Dante's Inferno. Although in Dante's recipe, 3 of the layers are really just different types of mayonnaise. Coming up next, life isn't always Ren Fair. In keeping with historical chronology, what carnival event should take place after the Renaissance Fair? The Romanesque Expo, the Gothic Pageant, the Baroque Fest, or the Hellenistic Gala? You know what they say, when in Rome, guess the wrong answer. Were you thinking of this one? Gothic, Hellenistic, and Romanesque all fell before the Renaissance period. The Baroque period, however, was after. $30 to get in, $8 for food, $20 for souvenirs. They should call it the Baroque Fest. Sorry, I hate the Baroque period. Next up, no Super Cop is an island. What do RoboCop and the landmass known as Manhattan have in common? They were both named after a tribe, they both reside in New York, they're both partially man-made, or they're both owned by a corporation. RoboCop is a half-man, half-machine created by scientists, and 1/3 of the island on which Lower Manhattan sits was actually constructed by man in the 19th century. And strangely, both kind of smell like fish.
Everybody quattro, hey!
Here's one for you. Feathers of our country. And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's the first name of a U.S. vice president or a duck. If it's a vice president, press the square button. If it's a duck, press your circle button. Each one right gets you 300 big ones. Get it wrong and I'll put 300 on your bill. And there is a term limit on this one. You get more cash, the quacker you go. Cool, let's do it. Millard, Mallard, Aylesbury, Alvin, Buff, Eldridge, Dick. Couldn't quite put it all together, huh? You're perfect vice president material. Damn, I could have used Dan Quayle as a both.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's a good one. This question packed in oil. If Charlie the Tuna were made into sushi, what would he be called? Charlie Hamachi, Charlie Kazunoko, Charlie Maguro, or Charlie Calamari? Hamachi? Gesundheit. Correct answer, show yourself. When ordering sushi, Maguro is tuna. Charlie the Tuna made me uncomfortable. Why would I want to eat a fish that can talk? Shouldn't it be studied by scientists instead? So we can figure out how to make it shut up and then eat it? let's say so long to round 1. And you're doing pretty well, probably because there's no competition. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And lest you forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Let's keep going. Here's one I like to call, Don't Be So Docudramatic. If the History Channel did a docudrama about the historical figure named John Chapman, what might you see him doing on screen? Slaughtering sheep and cattle? Catching outlaws? One right answer coming up. John Chapman, better known by his nickname of Johnny Appleseed, would be seen planting seeds on the History Channel's incredibly well-acted docudrama about his life. And just to make it more exciting, maybe they could take some creative liberties and show him fighting his arch-nemesis, Jimmy Kiwi Rind. He wouldn't put letters into boxes. And you won't have to put letters in boxes either, since you just won a book of Professor Impressor's pre-completed crossword puzzles. Why take the time to do them when you can look smart instantly? Don't be a wild guesser with Professor Impressor. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Question 7.
Coming up, bong, bong, bong. If a clock tower only rings its bell on the hour, but rings out the entire time on each hour, you know, 1 ring at 1 o'clock, 2 rings at 2, 3 at 3, etc., what would happen over 24 hours? 56 angels get their wings, 106 angels get their wings, 156 angels get their wings, or 206 angels get their wings? Not much time left. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. And a clock tower that marks the hour with a bell ring rings 156 times a day. Angels also get their wings when you ring a hotel desk bell. That's why every time I see one, I ding it multiple times. Yeah, the people who work at the hotel love it.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
And now, beauty is in the Jedi of the beholder. What might you see if the Galactic Empire forced everybody in the Star Wars universe to wear clothes with Empire waists? Luke's lightsaber hooked below the waist, Chewie's crossbow hung at regular waist level, Han's blaster holstered above the waist, or Princess Leia with no waistline. Hello! In the fashion universe, an Empire waistline lies above the natural waistline. And speaking of fashion, I am against the wearing of animal skins, unless it's my Ewok fur coat.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
May I introduce Nicest of the Nice. Man, I am so stuffed from eating all that food. It's times like these I always think of the people who really dedicated their lives to helping the less fortunate. Well, either that or who's gonna get voted off Big Brother.
Cookie fortune, cookie messes.
Okay, let's see what this fortune cookie says right here. I bet it's a good one. You have a heart of gold. No, it's true. I do. Now, if I wanted to be both gold-hearted and titanium-hearted, who would I model myself after? Gandhi, Princess Diana, Mother Teresa, or Mr. Rogers? It's not such a beautiful day for your score, neighbor. No, I'll get this. Mother Teresa had a heart of gold, yes, but after suffering her second heart attack, Mother Teresa had a pacemaker put in 1989, and those are made of titanium. Yeah, I mean, apparently a normal human heart cannot handle being filled with so much kindness and goodwill, which is a lesson to us all.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
Question 10.
Open wide for There's a Skull Fragment in the Buffet. What would the death toll be if some Boston market employees recreated the Boston Massacre with chickens? 5 rotisserie cooked cadavers, 52 gravy-covered corpses, 514 sweetly seasoned stiffs, or 5,641 honey-baked bodies? Gravy-covered corpses. Next time, try this. The Boston Massacre occurred in 1770 when British troops opened fire on a crowd of citizens, killing 5 people. Kill 5 chickens yourself, get 2 free sides. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 big ones if you're right, 4,000 gone if you're wrong. And of course,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Franchise killers. Who's the slasher? Good luck. That's the game! Well done. That was so good it was almost scary, like a horror film. Except there was no obligatory sex scene. Boring!
You know